While some towns keep their historic feel by restoring their old buildings, Brookhaven, on the other hand, keeps its historic and small town feel by repurposing its old buildings and turning them into modern businesses.
So many people say, when I tell them I'm from Brookhaven, they say, well, I've stopped at Brookhaven. They stop on the interstate, get gas, and keep moving, either going to Jackson, Memphis, or going down to New Orleans. And don't drive that 1 mile off the interstate to get into our downtown. And they are so unexpectedly surprised at what we have here.
The landscape of our architecture overall, there's some really cool historic places and homes throughout Brookhaven that we're really proud of. And I think people are pleasantly surprised at the beauty of some of our surrounding areas and neighborhoods here in Brookhaven.
I moved to Brookhaven in 1995 from Jackson with my wife and 4 children. Bought an old home in Old Town and been restoring that for the last 25 years. So I have a very much of a love for old buildings, old projects. A lot of the properties downtown, the buildings were not in good repair. Some of the buildings were vacant.
Well, a lot of the retail business and other businesses, office, et cetera, had moved out from the downtown area and moved onto the boulevard, we call it, out towards the interstate, sort of the fast food culture. But there were some great old buildings downtown that had historic significance, but were just good spaces that would lend themselves to some creative thinking, both in terms of new design, but also utilization of the space. How could you repurpose this space? To repurpose these buildings and save the buildings and make them better, and in turn make the downtown area better.
There was no master plan on this at all. I needed an office. So there was a building that came available from Mississippi Power and Light, and it was suited my needs where I could have a 2-man office. I ended up having an attorney come looking for office space, and he said, do you have any office space that's similar to the one that you're in right now? And I said, well, if you're interested in this one, you can have this one and I'll move somewhere else. One project would lead to another project, and the more I got involved in it, the more projects became available to me. Where we are right now is the Inn on Whitworth. This is a boutique hotel, about 15,000 square feet. It is a bed and breakfast. It is 14 rooms, right in the middle of downtown. There was a men's clothing store that ended up going out of business. It'd been here for 15, 20 years. We ended up gutting the building, not having an architect, not having a designer. And after looking at it, we needed some professional help and got my good friend Kim Sessoms to help me with this.
So they bought an old building, 12,000 square feet, downtown, and gutted it. I mean, literally took everything out but the beams holding the building up. It was 2 stories. And I got a phone call from Johnny saying, hey, come look at this space, you might find it interesting. I came down and looked at the space and I said, yeah, it's pretty cool. And he said, we're gonna build a bed and breakfast. I said, that's even cooler. And he said, well, how about this? How about you design it? It was a beautiful setup for me, and I hope they felt the same way when it was finished, but this is very important. We had a town that would allow us to have a building permit without complete architectural drawings. We had drafting, we had plumbing design, we had electrical design, we had all the things you need to do it correctly and do it safely, but we were able to do it without turning it over to an architecture firm. And so that's a bit unique, but I think the city is glad they did it because when the Inn on Whitworth was completed, it was the first of a series of renovations that began to encourage and give other people courage to say, hey, I think I want to be downtown too.
With the different business owners really collaborating together and talking through what they want our downtown to look like really helped change the landscape of everything from our sidewalks to the buildings themselves, our parks, lighting.
Lofton's department store. It was a huge transformation, and we think it's a fantastic project.
That place, I think, was a little overwhelming to a lot of people as it sat vacant for several years. So now having the facade redone to say the arcade, which it was originally called, kind of a revitalization and an evolution of that same historic building. I think revitalization or renovation stands out more to people, and how I see it from having grown up here, see it more of an evolution. These businesses like the Inn on Whitworth that used to be Progressive Men's Shop. So that's what my generation remembers it as. Before that, it was a community center. So there's a generational thing. Now it's a beautiful new bed and breakfast. So it's kind of like each generation has its own remembrances of these great places that are now modernized and beautiful in their own way.
We have a very good mix of loft apartments, restaurants, a little bit of retail, plenty of professionals. It's been a good 20 years of renovations, ongoing renovations. There's many, many parts when a town revitalizes. There's many individuals, there's bankers, entrepreneurs, creators, designers. There are many, many parts that come into play. It's just not one individual. When you see activity, when you see people wanting to come to Brookhaven, it is definitely a great feeling. And knowing that you played a small part in making it attractive, and they will come, and creating an atmosphere that is pleasant to be around.
Thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, subscribe to Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Till next time, I'll be seeing you on Mississippi Roads.
Down Mississippi.